Once you see the men seated like this, it is another time for us to discuss, enjoy ourselves again on the show, Men Uncut. Good evening to you out there. It is Western Spring Television, channel 190, Star Times. And on the show today, I have Mr. T. Mr. T, how are you doing today?
As always, I'm doing well, and thanks for having me.
If I say this fuel matter no affect you.
They subsidize everything about man. Everything about the way you talk, the way you eat now, everything does subsidize you. We don't know that this is how it's going to be, but it's
we'll just say let us see where it takes where to take us to, because
we'll survive all this thing.
We are going somewhere.
Of course.
Ladeji, good evening to you.
My brother.
Why you dey shake head?
I know. As Mr. T thought that thing, I just remember saying that true in talk. The first subsidy don't subsidize everything. Even the way you talk now, you have to check if
you go check well.
They read.
Even the way you move around. If you have 3 places to go, you cut them one.
You cut them, or you buy energy drink.
Yeah,
Drink and trek.
that is why we have a lot of them now in town.
Yes.
Different brands.
We've been encouraging people, even though I won't encourage you to consume too much of energy drink. It affects, your renal, whatever. But at least for the sake of what is happening in Nigeria,
You need energy
you
drink.
want to go to like Lameko and you are staying around Agumbele, we just check for the time that.
It's not far now.
Yes, of course. Just through that. It's exercise and it's good for the body,
Is it that you stroll or you take a walk? Or you trek?
Okay. Wait. So if you want to stroll, maybe you stroll with someone, you just, take your time.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to take a walk, maybe person they wait for you for Lameko. And now money you want to go collect. So please walk.
If you want to go.
I don't know about that.
That one song will beat you away.
Will beat you. It's a pleasure to be on the show again tonight, and good evening to you, MC Too Much, and to Mr. T, the bridge himself. I don't want to call him there's a particular bridge,
The bridge now. They use it on something.
Bridge.
He is an important bridge, just like the third mainland bridge.
Linking the mainland and the island.
The mainland and the island. Not like the one you have.
No, the island at the link.
No.
Generations at the
Yes,
link.
now.
Of course, yes, not like the one that links MDS with Olaya.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Now, whenever we are seated like this, the last episode we had Bomo with
so you don't subsidize the Bomo again.
It's subsidy, Mr.
Well, maybe because of the issue of anthrax, we are still.
And the federal government also has encouraged us not to consume Bomo again.
They made them provide the one way past Bomo.
Do you know about Beske?
I don't know about
Beske.
Beske. Now, Pomo, I know.
Yeah,
What is Beske?
What is Beske?
If it's not Pomo, it's not the same thing as Pomo. Beske cannot be replaced. You cannot replace Pomo with Beske.
No.
All right.
Has a lot of nutritional value.
I don't know about that.
Let's go to the show. I will talk to you.
We need to move. Shout out to Teaser Stores opposite Onward Hospital Agumbele Oshogbo for what we have here. My name is MC Too Much. We need to go on this short break. When we come back, Men Uncut.
Turn it up! It's the Wild Wild West. And Western Spring Television is pulling out all the stops to make sure that you don't miss out on every of the fun and happenings around you. Yup, we've got you covered because your girls got all the juiciest tidbits and entertainment news from around the world. Cross over to the chocolatey side of entertainment. Join me, Chocolate Cassie, on Eccentric as we take you into every bit of the juiciest news, fashion, music, movie updates, and other trending conversations. Together on the show, we'll get personal with your favorite celebrities via phone call, Zoom, or even live here in the studio. Eccentric will be showing on your TV screen on Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times.
Welcome back to the show. Today we'll be talking about a particular statement made by a lady. She said, if a man supports his family without the knowledge of his wife, without the consent of his wife, he is cheating on the wife. We want to look at this statement and relate it to so many things. Because some persons will not agree to that school of thought. Probably they want to say, my family is my family, it doesn't concern my nuclear family. While some persons will tell you, you become one, whatever you want to do, talk to your wife about it. So many people with different opinion on this particular issue. Now, I'll take it from DG. Why you got to like, okay, I deal with you.
Just
now,
subconsciously,
looking at this particular statement, must you, no, I don't want to start with that. What do you make of that statement? That you supporting your family without the consent of your wife means you are cheating on the woman?
Before I go to that question, actually, let's look at what cheating means. According to the dictionary, it says when you act dishonestly, when you act unfairly. That means you are cheating on someone. You know, the impression we always have when we talk about cheating is only about the sexual part. That when you are in a monogamous relationship with someone and you have
indulge in another
sexual relationship with another person without the consent of your partner, you are cheating on the person. Yes, we agree with that. But in this case, the statement you credited to the unknown lady now, that if your husband is helping his family without your consent, or maybe is keeping it away from you, is cheating on you. Oh yes, I will agree with the fact that it is cheating.
Okay.
Now, how is it cheating? It is cheating in the sense that you both have agreed to become one. You guys are husband and wife, which by the Constitution of Nigeria and whatsoever faith you believe in, you have been legalized. For Christianity that I know, they will say these two no longer, these are no longer two, but become one. Now, whatsoever you do together, you know, grow together and make sense together. But if as a man, I now decide, okay, I have this fund. I want to help my family. Now, don't forget, what will bring out such a statement would not be something that happened just once.
Okay.
If you do it consistently without the knowing of your wife, and don't let us just even limit it to the man alone. We have women that indulge in that too. His money is our money. My
money is
my money.
Okay.
Now, you and your husband want to engage in a project. You feel, let us spend his own money. But your own money,
you're spending it on your family.
Spend it on your family. You also are cheating on the man. Because what makes it cheating now, it's because you have become dishonest to the person. For me, I believe in relationship. One of those things that you should build your relationship on should be honesty, fairness, truthfulness, and sincerity. Now, if you guys agree that we want to be plain with ourselves, we want to be husband and wife, and I want to be truthful to you, you want to be truthful to me, and I don't see why I should go and spend behind. Note, there are things you would have made up your mind of, I want to do this. There is a way you can inform her. Oh, honey, I sent a few change to grandma, or I
sent a few change. Not I want to send.
Even if you had done that,
okay,
I'm coming. Even if you had done,
okay,
before
you can still tell her.
Do you get?
Okay. All right.
You keeping it to yourself, not letting her know. Maybe she now later, because most times, why is it called cheating? It is because you don't want the person to know, and when they eventually get to know, they feel heartbroken. They feel disappointed. That why are you keeping this from me?
All right. Let me move to
the bridge,
Mr. T. This particular statement is deep. We are going to, dissect it. We are going to see different part of this, and I believe Mr. T will also tell us what he can make out of this particular statement before we see it from another perspective.
Thank you very much. Deji just said, he has just explained what cheating means. And I don't agree with him, or I don't agree with you. Let me be straight with you. I don't agree with you.
You want to be direct?
Direct.
Okay.
You see, when you talk about cheating, you said about cheating, acting dishonestly. In this context, I don't owe you any obligation as my wife to tell you how I help my family. Now, let me be factual here. Before I got married to you, there are certain things I do for my family members. And you've just known me between the time we met and presently. These are the people that gave birth to me. These are the people I grew up with. These are people that sent me to school, that made me who I am. I don't need permission from my wife to help my family members.
You don't need permission from your wife?
Yes.
To help your family members?
It's like my mom needs maybe mega 5,000 naira. I went to the village. I gave my mother 5,000 naira. I should take permission from my wife? No, hold on.
Okay.
No, that is what you mean.
No.
Because there's no how I can go to. Listen. You've said it all. You say you both should agree, and you should come and tell honey, I gave money to my mother.
But you made a statement that you can also tell her
after you must have done
even
it.
If you have done it.
I don't have to tell her.
Keeping it away.
Listen. I don't have to tell her. That's what I'm saying. Because as long as I'm doing my own bit, as the head of the family, as the breadwinner of the family, I don't renege on whatever I'm supposed to do for my kids and my wife. Whatever I do with my family, it's not your business. Because if my wife brings a similar problem to me, I will not deny her. I will equally do the same for our family. So I don't need a permission. I don't need to tell her that I did this for my brother, or I did this for my sister, or I did that for... In fact, it will even cause more problem in the family. Because by the time she starts comparing what you do for your own family and what you did for her own family, she will now say it is not equitable. And there conflict will start. But I believe that when you don't disclose these things, like when we discuss about disclosure on this show,
of salary,
I believe in partial disclosure. She will be happy, I'll be happy.
So you still do partial disclosure here again?
I don't even need to tell her, but if I must have to tell her, I will not tell her what I did. If she needed something, if her family needs something from me, I'm their in-law. She should tell me and I will do it as much as I can afford.
Okay.
She should not ask me what I did for my family, because these are my family.
But she's your wife.
Yes.
You should.
We are one, like Deji said.
Yeah,
we are one. But
Is
there are certain places. See,
Mr. T.
Bomb, they one. But when you bend down, you go divide it to two.
Mr. T. Mr. T. Is she your family or not?
She's my family, but she's my family. Okay. But I will not disclose what will make her what will bring problem to my family. Okay. See, this marriage of 18 needs wisdom. There are certain things you leave undone, untouched, and not talk about it.
There are some things you don't need to talk about.
Yes, because there's no how you will explain it to a woman that she will understand. And okay, if you don't disclose to her and you do something for your family, what will be the problem?
Mr. T.
Where will the problem come from? It's only when you start disclosing, yes, honey, I gave my father 20,000 naira. I gave my sister you are creating problem that you cannot solve in future.
No.
Is that true? That if you tell her everything you do for your family, you may be putting yourself
in a tight corner.
Problem.
You know, while I appreciate Mr. T from the angle he came in, one thing, I mentioned something which is very germane, and it is you consistently doing something secretly. Don't forget the context now. There is no crime in you going to, even if I go to her mother, I can give her mother money without.
And you come back and tell her that you gave her money.
Hold on, Mr. T.
No, you were. I was just asking a question.
The conversation is helping. Do you get? For example, you are funding someone secretly in your family. You're funding his education. You send someone abroad without.
You're being specific this time. We are talking about what.
But wait.
Mr. T, hold on.
If you are to fund somebody abroad in your family, maybe your younger brother, do you need to also discuss that?
See,
because you made a statement that you may be causing problem. She may want to say, okay, you can fund your brother. What about my own brother?
Thank you.
Is it?
See, what I will do, I will not tell her the cost of sending that person abroad, funding it. But I'll tell her that I'm sending this person, my brother, abroad.
Beautiful. You see what you have just done. You've disclosed.
No, let her be in the know that I'm doing this.
But you will not tell her what is involved.
What is involved? You're not getting me.
No.
What is involved is what I will not tell you.
T.
But I'll just tell you that I want to send this person.
You necessarily need to tell her the amount you're spending.
No, you are deviating now. I will tell you. I'm doing this.
Categorically.
Do you understand? Because if I'm not married to you, I will have as well have done it.
Of course, yes.
Without telling you.
Yes.
But because I'm married to you, okay, my brother is going abroad tomorrow and I'm sponsoring it.
So
what is the big deal about that?
She doesn't need to know the amount. But no, you know what you have done? What you have done? She is in the know already. So if anybody comes, don't you know it's your husband that sent his brother abroad? Of course, yes. I know about it. It's as simple as that.
But you telling her, because I want to take it from where you said she might be comparing.
Yes.
Now, you telling her, even if you are not telling her how much you are spending, you are just telling her that my brother abroad, I'm sending him little change just to support him. You know, wouldn't that also, take you to that place where you don't want to be?
Thank you. You see, when she brings that up, if there's enough money, there's nothing wrong in doing it for my wife's siblings. The same thing I did for her, but it's not that I will leave my family and face her own family because I want to please her. But if I have enough change, I can still do that to my wife's family. But it's not a priority this time around. I'm doing this for my own siblings. And I've done it, and I've told you what I've done. But don't use that as a yardstick to mandate me to do that for your family. Don't use it. I'm not under any obligation to do that for your family.
Ladiji.
I paid bride price. You want me to continue paying bride price before I die?
This particular statement might have come from somebody that is hot.
Of course, yes.
Probably. that the husband must have been doing something for supporting his own family. But if we become one, if your family is my family, if your family
can never happen.
is my
that
family,
one theoretical.
and your family is mine,
no family
too,
no fit be one because he married each other.
Should the wife even complain? Should she even raise eyebrow, even if she heard outside that this man, he has been giving money to his brother's family, or has been supporting his sister?
Thank you so much, MC Too Much. See, the disappointment is not in her getting to hear later, or how do I put it? The disappointment is in the fact that this is the man I share the same bed with, right? Mm-hmm. This is the man we share things together with.
We share the same bank account with.
I don't even care. I don't whatever works for you guys, do. But you feel disappointed that something I'm meant to get from you. I'm meant to hear from you. In this context now, I'm hearing from an outsider, or I later on get to discover. The same way a lot of men find it disappointing that, okay, you and your wife, you stay in the same room, you stay on the same bed, and she's building a house. She's building a house, and you later on get to this. She has done something good by building a house, right? But not letting you know. You feel greatly disappointed because you are getting to know, maybe from someone else. It's still the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Hold on, Mr. T.
That one is sacrilegious.
Hold on.
It's a taboo.
It's a taboo.
Mr. T, hold on.
Okay.
Mr. T, hold on.
Okay.
You just
agreed. It cannot be the same thing.
That now after approbating that you don't need to tell her and you don't need her consent.
You guys are relegating men's authority in the household.
It's not about relegating men's authority.
How can your wife agree you are going to be that I spend money on my family?
You agree she's going to be your wife. You
did
did not only marry. You did not only marry her. She also agreed to marry you.
Did I agree that I will bring a competitor to my house?
Mr. T, if she
I will always be in charge of my home.
Nobody is questioning that from you.
No, but you're putting yourself as a second fiddle in your family.
No. It's
not the same thing.
See,
if your wife should go and build a house outside, she has committed an abomination.
We need to stop looking at men as properties.
Men and women.
Women as properties. Yes.
They are not properties. They are helpers.
They are helpers. So see her as yourself. Not see her as yourself.
Where are the head?
See her as your. Okay, move your head without your neck.
Listen. Yes.
Just practically.
I am not moving my head without my. She is the head.
Move your head.
She is the neck
without that neck.
So with what he's saying now, guys, wait.
If you agree, she's the neck. And you know the head cannot move without the neck.
See, not the head that they move so.
So with what he's saying now, it means that the head is the neck is attached to the head.
Neck
for it to move,
if the neck refuse to move, the neck cannot move it.
Mr. T.
As I did so, make the neck move me.
Mr. T. If you agree that she's the neck and you are the head,
listen.
It means the head is useless without a neck, and the neck is permanently useless without the head.
This is what new
we
generation.
Both need ourselves.
You guys are preaching this.
He's not preaching.
And this is what is making marriages to crash.
When
you equate yourself with your wife in all ramifications,
you say you're looking at my wife as a rag that will make the marriage
stand. I'm not talking about
looking at her as a property that will make the marriage stand.
Don't say that. Nobody should look down on the wife.
So what?
Your wife is your helper. But don't place them
as the neck now.
You're not. No, you're placing them as the head. You're placing them as the head this time.
Okay,
when she becomes the neck,
I'm not placing
them as the head.
Please.
How can you say if your wife go and build the house?
Wait, guys.
They are the neck.
Forget about neck. I brought that analysis.
Calm down, bit.
It is a non-fact.
Yes, please calm down, bit.
But I know what I mean.
Please calm down.
I know what I mean, Mr. T.
Calm down. Wow. Me no see this
if they remove subsidy,
it's a very serious one.
Not vent the anger on the woman. If they remove subsidy, you can't bring car to the office.
I want to ask Mr. T, where the sacrilege is coming in. If the woman is building
the house
secretly. You said it's sacrilegious. It is a taboo. You know,
it's obnoxious.
Yeah, it's something that
totally unacceptable.
Unheard of.
Unheard of. Make I not talk.
So where is the sacrilege there? Your wife is building a house without your knowledge, and you helping your brother without her knowledge. Now, you said it's two different things, and it is sacrilege. She is committing a sacrilegious
the Bible tells us something.
Offense.
That a woman should not speak in the church. That whatever she does not understand, she should go home and ask her husband, because the husband is the head. Don't ask me the chapter, because I know it's in
the Bible.
Continue.
The Bible.
So, when you look at this, a woman under you, a woman should be under the man, should be totally submissive.
Not beside the man.
Not be beside. Now they preach beside. In fact, as a matter of fact, if God has asked us for what we want in a woman, the kind of a sampling, but we were asleep when God created women. That's why He gave us women like that. We would have asked for somebody who cannot speak, somebody who cannot talk, who cannot do anything. That was what most men would have asked for. But Adam was sleeping when his rib was removed and manufactured Eve. And that's why we're having problems.
So, with what you are saying now, some men are looking at women as competitors in their family.
Competitors in their family as equal.
Instead of...
And yes, the Bible says, let us give him a helpmate. Do you understand? Because now, there's a popular pastor. There was a popular pastor that was preaching equality of man and women. At the point in time, he divorced his wife. The wife went a separate way. Now, listen to that pastor's preaching. The pastor now discovers that there is no equality between a man and a woman, because any woman that cannot listen and obey the husband has no place in a man's house. So you take permission from your husband before you start building a house. Darling, I have this much. I want us to invest it in so place, and I'm going to do that. If you don't agree, you have the right to say, don't do that.
You have the right to tell your wife,
don't do it.
That has her money.
Yes.
Not to build a house.
Yes.
Deji,
no.
Do you agree to that?
No, you not go agree.
Your wife get money, she want to build that.
Then why am I the husband?
She want to fund the building. You can't say no.
What is
no
my position as the man?
Is that not a way to bring down that woman, or to trample on her own rights?
We are talking.
She has right to build a house. Am I right?
See, our opinion matters.
Okay.
We both decided. But if I tell her this is wrong, don't do it, she should be able to obey me as the head of the family.
All right. I like the fact that Mr. T has actually. I like that he has dropped some.
We are still coming back to the sacrilege.
I'm not done with it.
Now, I like the fact that he has taken us to the Bible. Also, the same Bible said, husband, love your wives as Jesus Christ loved
the church.
The church. Thank you.
And
who says we are not loving them that way?
Hold on, Mr. T. Hold on. Now, if you want to
complete that passage,
Jesus, I'm coming.
Complete that passage.
Women
respect
their husband. Children, honor your parents, father, mother.
Thank you. We only quote the woman part.
Hold on, Mr. T.
I go with you.
I want to, where he said, love your wife as Jesus Christ loved the church. Now, when you look at the practicality of how Jesus Christ loved us, it was like taking someone from nothing to something, placing us way above where we necessarily
and give everything.
Sorry. One thing. You see, that's the problem we have now, because people put the church before the Christ that loved them. They now turn it upside down. That is why the wife is now on top and we are at the bottom. That is your analysis. What I'm saying.
Wife is on top.
Why is the church loving the Christ now?
Wait. Are you saying the wife is on top?
Now that is where the problem is.
Who tell you it is the church that is loving Christ now?
That is what is happening, and that's the analysis of what we are saying. You might not see it that way.
Mr. T, if the Bible says Jesus Christ loved the church, how many churches has died for Jesus Christ?
That is the problem. Because the church cannot love Jesus Christ as Christ loved them.
The love Jesus Christ loved the church.
Listen, let us
supersedes whatever any church wants to do for Christ.
Let us not be religious because we have diverse religion here.
Let's come back to this. Let's come back to the issue.
Let us not criticize this. We have other religion.
I will tell you what I know.
You made a statement from the Bible.
Now we are taking it somewhere. So let's come back to
now. Let's come back to this one ground.
We have other religion. I might be an atheist.
Of course, you don't believe. Even as an atheist, you should not believe in anything.
Atheist quoting the Bible, Abi.
Right. You are an atheist now. Small turbulence for exactly you. They shout Jesus.
All right, DG.
So for me, the point necessarily is nobody is trying to, make the woman feel like you are the man. It is not possible.
Now telling the woman that she cannot build a house. Don't worry.
See, not out of jealousy.
Not now.
You know what? There are ways through which what is said is actually not wrong. That she cannot. But there are ways you tell a woman, you cannot do this now.
You can't do it.
No, it's not possible. You can't. When you say it from the place of jealousy,
thank you,
there will be problem.
And that's another set.
But that is where what he said the other time, that in marriage you need wisdom. As the man, it's not about I'm the one, I'm the man.
Of course.
It is in wisdom that you show. Okay, honey, I have this also money. I want to build a house. If you feel it is not the next thing for you guys, there are ways you come and see. It's a good idea you have there, baby. But let us hold on. Why don't you think we do this, we do that? A reasonable woman, a woman that wants to build her own home, that's where the submission comes. Okay, if you say that's what we need now, I agree with you. But don't forget, we can still, even a reasonable woman will not come to you and tell you that, I have this money, I want to go and build my own house.
Yes.
It's
an insult to the man.
And, that is why.
It's an insult.
That is why.
I want to build my house where I go put you.
MC
you won't go build your own.
MC too much. Well, that's from Mr. C's perspective. But the funniest thing? Many of our mothers, while growing up, we never know who owns the money.
Yes.
Even when Papa say money no day, you could just discover, say, over the night, money day. Maybe na mama get money for that time. A friend of mine was sharing something with me during the Emefiele saga, January, February. He said most times when he gives his wife money, he doesn't know she keeps some of it. So when there was cash crisis, he said one day he just wanted to go out. And the man said, I have this 4,000 naira. I kept. He said, where did you get the money? He said, the money you have been giving me.
That's a good wife.
I kept some. Do you get
just 2% of them are still alive.
Who can't?
I tell you,
statistics.
You cannot say for a fact.
Just 2%. Out of over 4 billion women in the world,
I'm telling you.
Now, don't you? Are we not looking at it from this perspective that some women will go ahead and buy land and start to build because of the kind of husband they have?
They marry.
If I tell my husband, he will never agree. He will tell me, me never build as you want build as. Like, he will discourage me. And I think we need this. And she start to build. Mr. T, you still call that sacrilege?
Well, it's not sacrilege per se, but she has made up her mind to choose between her marriage and getting what she wants.
Okay.
Because definitely she knows what she's doing. If your husband will not allow you to do that, then you know the kind of person your husband is, and you have weighed the two, and you've chosen what you want to do. Build a house. Let the man do whatever pleases him.
That's a question to you.
Do you understand?
To this particular issue we are talking about. Some women will not allow the husband to assist his family. So because the man knows the kind of wife he has, we say, no, if I tell my wife that I want to give so amount, she will frown at it. Now, he goes ahead to do it without the knowledge of the wife. Will you call that cheating?
Well, thank you very much, Jason. I like the fact that you've brought it to this point.
Yeah.
What I said earlier, is in an ideal situation.
Hmm.
If you understand the woman you marry.
Ideal.
Yes, of course. An ideal marriage, that everybody should have sense. You should not see why your husband helping his family be a problem. And you should not have problem helping either family. But if you are unfortunate enough to marry, I mentioned the word unfortunate.
Real unfortunate
because it is
brother. When you marry the wrongly, you know what
you
are finished completely.
Completely finished. Yes, because of a truth. There's no crime in me helping my family. But if as a wife, I respect you so much that I said, okay, honey, I'm doing this for my younger brother. And you feel, no, you cannot do it. No, you cannot, you feel every time I want to help my family, you feel offended. You feel like, what have you done to my family? Then that means you, as a woman, you are not really ready for what you call the marriage. So if you are in that situation, you must put clause in everything. If you are in that situation that you marry such a woman, even the Bible says, wisdom is
profitable to direct. So you agree that there are situations.
No, of course there are situations.
And you will not call that cheating.
So you now want to be fighting every day?
Every situation. I don't need permission to help my family.
I'm not saying you need permission.
That's what you're saying.
No. Permission is different from me informing you.
So you become querying me, saying, why did I help my family?
No. Nobody is saying
you give me
Mr. T. Nobody is querying you. We've just said it now. That you said you will still tell her that you are the one sending your brother abroad.
But that's an investment.
Listen,
when you see your brother abroad, it's an investment within your own family.
Mr. T, you've done what you want to do. Our consent, our approval, our whatever.
You don't understand.
Again.
What you are saying,
what you have done,
listen,
Mr. T.
When you send your brother abroad, is an investment, even that will be beneficial to her.
What if your brother chooses not to know you again?
Why will he choose not to know me?
Oh, my.
We are talking it's possible, but we are talking about an ideal situation.
If you have an unfortunate brother,
if she she will be unfortunate if the wife treated that brother badly.
Mr. T.
Because most of these brothers live with us, and if your wife was not kind to her, when she gets over there, he will not remember your wife.
Mr. T, you are an elderly person, and I know you've seen a lot.
I've seen a lot.
Now, haven't you seen situations where people that you fed, people that you brought out of nothing to something, turn out to be your worst enemy?
There is nothing like family. Your friends, your wife, your family is
I've heard of stories of families.
Yes.
Where the brother
may they not remove
abroad sent money to the brother in Nigeria, and don't where the Nigeria
they move the money.
You know his money do anything.
This one they happen. One of the people that we get broke here because of the people they send abroad. My junior brother is in Sweden. I sent him there long ago. Today he cannot do without. Nothing I ask from him that I will not get. But I don't get
Mr. T, you know why? Because you have a fortunate brother.
Even if I get a fortunate brother,
ideal situation.
I have done what I have done.
If
what I have
you
to
marry,
do. I did not do that to get him to help me. Probably if I call it an investment.
According to you, it's an investment.
It might not be. Listen, it might not be to me for my own children. It might be for my own children.
Person who don't know you, go know your children.
Why you go know?
Now see investment.
My brother will be thinking that I'm very comfortable. He doesn't need to give me anything.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is what they believe. But if it comes to my kids, I know he will remember what I've done for him.
Okay.
There are bad guys, there are bad people like that. It's still investment.
Whether you like it or not,
you might not
it's an
now,
investment.
But God will pay you. Your reward will be.
Where you tell me to teacher?
No,
even if
he don't help you. But when you help your brother, you will have helped so many people in your family. If you don't remember, you will remember some other person.
If you are just joining the show, the topic has been a statement a lady made that a man supporting his family without the consent of his wife is cheating on that wife. Men on Court is the show. We need to go on a very short break. But before we go on that break, let me make a shout out again to Teaser Stores opposite Onward Hospital, Gobelewo here in Oshogbo. We'll be back.
is a culture on its own. It has its own language, its own people, with their own way of life. The world of sports is never void of actions, stories, dramas, and scandals. I guess you need a sports show that can walk the walk and talk the talk.
On this show, we answer all your sporting questions. The whens, the whys, the wheres, and even the what ifs. Sports Spring is that show that will give you that new lease of life you've been looking for in sport journalism. Join me, Joseph Atewa,
And your sports Amazon, Nengi Ernest.
on this station, Western Spring Television, channel 190, only on Star Times.
Let's talk sports. Let's speak the most universal language of the world.
Welcome back to the show, Men on Court. It's been very, very tough, interesting topic today. A statement a lady made that a man supporting his family without the consent of his wife is cheating on that wife. That's what we're talking about. Now, I want to take it to this perspective now. Financial decision in the home. Should it be joint? Some people say financial decision in the home should come from both the man and the woman. Mr. T, do you believe that?
When it comes to financial decisions, I believe you should be able to carry your wife along in whatever you want to do.
Carry her
Along. And not
to
Thank you.
not to bring her to the table and say, this is what we want to do. What should we do? But just to tell her there, this is what we should.
Don't get me wrong.
No.
Don't get me wrong.
No, carry her along.
You guys are trying to paint a bad picture of me.
No.
I'm a gender.
No.
But the truth of the matter
My
is,
Lord.
what I mean is that when you want to take a financial, like I want to have a new project, even if a dime is not coming from your wife, the whole thing is yours. You can call her. You sit down, honey. I have so much coming in, and this is what I intend to do. This is what I intend to do. What is your opinion about it?
Okay, so you sit down and you discuss it.
Two is always better than one. Wow. Do you understand? So her input matters. No matter how you look at her, she's your wife. Her input matters. Okay. But you should be mindful, because some women, when you tell them that you have this project, that this money is coming in, they will start thinking about the latest shoe. The latest.
Okay. Now there is a clause that you should be mindful.
Yes.
So in situation like that, you take your decision and tell her later.
No, you still have to tell her, this is what I intend to do. This is what I intend to do. Like we said here, marriage does not mean it does not require only love. It does not require only wisdom. Because to manage human being is the most difficult thing on earth. Especially a wife. To manage a wife is not easy.
What about to manage a husband?
You don't have a choice. You must manage. It sounds funny, but that's the truth. You have to manage your husband.
It's very easy to manage men.
Yes,
than women.
Of course, it's very easy to manage men. Like we said about the neck and head. If you are the neck, twist the neck wherever, but you know what to do to twist the head. But let us not go that side.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that you bring your wife in. This is what I intend to do. What do you think about that? She will give you her own input, definitely. You will now weigh the two ways. If her own, at times women bring good suggestions. At times they bring beautiful suggestions where your mind, your thoughts has not gotten to. They must have thought about it and give it. And supposing we do it this way, and you will make sense over it. If our own suggestion is the best, so be it. That is why you got married to her in the first instance.
Okay.
So financial decisions should be taken collectively.
In all situations or in some situations?
In all situations.
No.
Listen, I know where you're coming from.
Okay.
When I say in all situations, you seek her opinion, not that you're obliged to take her decision or association. She will give you your input. That does not mean you will go along with her. But you want to hear what is her opinion on it. And when I say carry her along, it's not that you've already known what you want to do.
Okay, you already know what you want to do.
Yes, you will tell her. If her opinion...
Oh, no. If Mr. T be lawyer and the problem for tribunal, you don't lose.
See, you tell her what you intend to do. Whatever suggestions you wait.
Okay, so...
If it's better than your own,
okay,
you go ahead with her own suggestion. But if it's not, you do whatever you want to do. You're not obliged to take her suggestion. That's what I'm saying. But let her be in the know that you actually want to do this. So it will not come as a surprise to her.
All right. Deji, I don't know why you are laughing.
Well,
do you think it's easy to manage men than women? Do you think it's easier to manage men than women?
Of a truth, I can tell you, it looks easy managing men than women. Women are really very difficult creatures to manage.
Thank you. That's the only time we've agreed on the issue.
Well, I like the fact that you later on came to agree with me that at least you need to seek our opinion, not our consent, our opinion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But wait. Why do we think men are easy to manage?
Because men...
Do you think the women are not going through struggles to understand the being called man?
The issue is women are triggered by their emotion.
Okay.
Emotion setting, they take on any decision that comes their way at that time. But as a man, you want to look at the pros and cons before you take any step. That is why, at times when you do something, people tell you, but you are not a woman now. You should be able to, because they expect you as a man to be able to weigh your options before you do it. But a quick one to what Mr. T said. And that's why I'm always of the opinion that before you marry someone, please, you guys should ask serious questions. It is not every day, have you eaten, have you poo-poo, have you, all these hanging leg on the wall and be calling for... Ask serious life questions, because...
Even that doesn't help, because people change.
Mr. T, most times when we want to say this, we say people change. Why is it that a man that abuses you when you are dating doesn't change when you marry?
But haven't you seen some that will change?
Some will change.
It's something most times difficult.
But the thing is that you cannot change from bad to good. You can change from good to bad.
It's difficult to change from bad to good, but easier to change from good to bad. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Deji, you were saying
something.
It is not every time, just go to eatery, it's beautiful, go and enjoy yourself, but ask serious questions.
Like?
Your view about life, what do you want us to do the next 5 years, the next 2 years of this relationship, what do you see us achieving? Because, like you mentioned, okay, so you have a woman that cannot reason beyond her nose. She cannot reason more than Brazilian hair. Everything she knows about her life is, she knows all the name of the designer wears in the world. But she can't think of anything productive. She can't think of anything to improve her own life. And you are telling me, you tell the woman, I have 10 million naira. Baby, I think we should go and start our own house. It would be difficult for such a woman to agree with you. She will push you, say, Oni, can't you see my friend? Her husband just buy her a new Mercedes, and of which your own priority at that time is not even getting a car.
Thank you.
Do you get? But a reasonable woman will tell you, okay, so, honey, I feel if you can do it that way, but if you think it's not good, sir, you can go ahead with your plan. That is where submission comes in. She will not see herself as, I know what you said, I'm also a stakeholder in this.
Yes.
What you said doesn't make sense. Are you reasoning like a baby? No, what I said must go. She would, even if she feels her opinion is better than yours, there is a way she will present it that will make sense to you as a husband.
You see, what you're saying is an ideal situation. a modest.
We've talked about the ideal and the unfortunate
what is the
situation.
percentage of the ideal situation?
Have you done the statistics, Mr. T?
We know what is happening out there. You're out there. You know how divorces are coming up every minute.
I think I told someone on our radio show one day. He said, I told him, if everything you say about life is negativity, change your circle.
My brother, we're not talking about negativity. We are talking about reality. You're talking about negativity. I'm talking about reality.
Mr.
What is happening
I have
today?
my reality. You have your reality.
No, the percentage is what we are trying to compare. And you are not giving me any statistics. From what you're saying,
no, Mr. T,
listen.
I am someone that will not agree with you dishing out numbers.
You should agree with me.
No.
When you go to the court today, the number of cases of divorce.
How many courts have you visited today?
I'm telling you what is happening.
How many courts are you alone?
All right, why are you closing your eyes to the facts?
What is the fact?
You are closing your eyes
we need to run.
Facts.
We need to run. Thank you so very much. This topic has been very interesting. For those people that are that don't seek the consent of their wife and have their reasons, is there any advice you have for them?
You see, who plays the piper dictates the tune, and who wears the shoe know where it pinches him most. So you know your wife before you get married to her. You know where whatever you will tell her that will provoke her or will bring disunity, don't tell her. Don't. If you know your wife is this kind of person, know how to manage her. It needs wisdom.
All right, thank you so very much. Deji already gave us his own parting shot that if all you see is negativity, change your circle. Next week will be another time on this beautiful show, Men Uncut. Thank you so very much, Mr. T. Thank you so very much, Ladiji. My name is MC Too Much, and before we go, let me make a shout out again to Teaser Stores, opposite Onward Hospital, Gumbelewo, Oshogbo. You can get past episode of this show on YouTube, Western Spring Television, at Western Spring Television, Instagram, Facebook, then YouTube. Check, we have a lot of this of our past episode on our page. Do well to subscribe, comment, and like our videos on our page. Thank you so very much. See you next week. Mr. T don't finish the room.
No one will go.